Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of, what's this? Frontier Mondays. That's right. It is Frontier Monday, and we are here in the studio. I am joined, of course, by my delightful guest, CCP Overload.
Don't touch me.
And other people, including my very good friends, CCP Relativistic and CCP Concron. Now, CCP Relativistic, we've had you on this show before, not in this setting.
Glad to be back.
This is new. But CCP Concron, you've never been on TV before.
Never.
It's a big deal for you.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting, though.
That's not true. You were on some of our old streams back in
Nobody watched those because that was before me. That was before I got here.
In the phases.
Uh-huh.
Phased that out completely.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's just a black mark. in my
only
memory.
the true OGs will remember those.
I was actually.
That's why you don't remember it.
It's funny that you. Okay, asshole. Listen, I was going through a bunch of the old files on my. I have a hard drive on my PC from before I moved here, and a lot of the old streams I have saved, like the VODs of those streams. And I was going through that stuff, and there was some wild stuff from back then.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to put it all together in like one big power cut at some point. So,
We
anyway,
can release it on VHS.
we can. This is the beard stream. Thank you, Chairman Matt, for pointing it out. This is we've gone full beard on the stream. We usually don't get to do this on a kind of CCP Goodfella, but we're
do a beer segment.
we should do a beard
Half an
segment.
hour.
Yeah,
Welcome
just-
to Beards of the Frontier.
Beards of the
Beard
Frontier.
products and
There
show
we
the
go.
combs we use. And
So today, friends, we are going to be talking about landscapes. Now, we've hinted about what landscapes were last week. We talked about them in a little bit when we were here with CCP Overload and CCP Goodfella on Frontier Friday. But because landscapes, or
We're
whatever,
only 5 away from Frontier Week.
we are Frontier. Yeah, it's true. We're actually only 3 away now. We did Frontier. I guess it'd
Friday?
be- Friday, Monday.
And how many days of the week are there, CCP?
Well, the three others that we work on. I don't work on Saturday and Sunday. I don't know about you. Okay, fine. Anyway, threw up my whole jam. I had a whole rhythm going and everything.
That's what I'm
Jesus.
here for. You're welcome.
We are going to be talking about landscapes or whatever we're actually calling them. Are we still calling them landscapes?
That's
All right.
Up in
So
the air right
ignore the title of this stream. We're going back. We're changing things up. We're going to be talking about a new way for us to have persistent content in the game that is also dynamic. We talked about this, like I said, a little bit last Friday with these two jokers, and we're going to be talking more about this into the future. And this is something that people are going to be seeing on Wednesday when they log into the game. They'll have access to these sites in a smaller kind of test implementation, but these are to a certain extent. I shouldn't even say sites really, but they are to a certain extent
Landscapes.
landscapes, not landscapes, areas.
Areas.
I had a different idea for a name, but that one didn't go through. Anyway, it was a good.
Spacescapes.
No, I had.
Sold.
What was the one that it was
environment.
Environs. Environs was mine.
That's dumb.
It was great. What are you fucking talking about? It was an awesome name.
Nope.
No,
Beat that.
Steve Back with Cats is ruining my parade here. Anyway, but this is. I mean, like I said, this is going to be the future of how we're implementing content on the frontier. You know, we've talked a lot in the past about how we have a lot of trees, we don't have a lot of forests, right? We have a lot of fishing spots, but not a lot of rivers, right? So there's
caves, no mountains.
yes, caves, but no
Anything-
mountains.
Anything else?
Yeah, a lot of. I'm trying to think of what an Icelandic version of this would be. We have a lot of lava, but no volcanoes. You know. All right, moving right
maybe.
along. So anyway, we are not drunk, just very excited to be here. Just real energized. So
Interesting.
I'm the only person here without an actual drink at this table, and I'm kind of disappointed about
Well, I
it.
finished mine, so technically I don't have a drink either.
Fair enough. Okay. So, gentlemen, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and introduce you two for the people who may not know who you are. So, CCP Relativistic, you are one of our two cracked astrophysicists on our team.
Indeed.
We met the other one just a couple days ago when we had CCP Wizard on, and you are also a staff programmer, an engineer,
Senior software engineer.
senior
Yep.
software engineer. Very cool. And then CCP Concon, you are the senior game designer or one of the senior game designers on Frontier. And this has been your baby for a while now. I mean, I remember when you first started talking about this.
Well, we've been talking about something like this for a long
Yeah.
time. But for the past maybe, I don't know,
Is he
3
quiet?
or 4 months,
Yeah,
we've
few
been
pages.
Yeah, that's fair.
like
Yeah,
actively working on
Yeah,
this?
actively working on this since August,
yeah.
but this idea has been rolling around for a while.
Because this plays into a lot of, I mean, if you don't know, and you're going to see a little bit of it here in just a few minutes. So CCP Relativistic did a lot of work in the very beginning, back when we first did like universe generation,
Yes,
right? And there's
simulation.
all the simulation, everything that gets us to the point where we now have a map of stars that is the current exemplar of the frontier, right? And so so much of what this is plays into like not just like, okay, how is the universe laid out, but how are our solar systems laid out, where are resources in solar systems. We have a lot of obviously references to the real world. We want to be as grounded in science as we're trying to be, right? But at the same time, we have to take liberties with that. And how do you do that in a way that is both like thematically interesting, narratively interesting, game playingly interesting, while also being like scientifically grounded. So this is cool. I mean, like I said, I love this shit. I'm fully into it. I was sold the first time you showed it to me, and I'm excited to see what people think about it. So, without further ado, let's take it away. So, CCP Concron, this is your Figma board. More
old school.
less unhinged than most Figmas that I get, by the way.
Okay.
You should see the ones that CCP Hex brings in here. She's got like 7,000 pages. Everything's in discrete animations for everything. It's insane.
3 million JPEGs.
3 million JPEGs. It's all yours, baby.
I have that one somewhere else. I'll just
Hell yeah.
try to keep it separate. But what we have been talking about a lot is how content is created in the frontier, and the fact that we have a lot of sites, we have a lot of content, but it is spawning in dynamically. Once you finish a site, it disappears and it's gone.
Yeah.
And there's no consistency in how a solar system feels like. So the problem that we started with back in August was just the fact that once you come back into the game, it can feel disorienting. It's not the same solar system.
Yeah.
All the sites are gone. If you kind of, it's like falling asleep in a treehouse in the forest. And you come back and you're like on a boat and you have no idea how you got there. So the fact that things just disappear and reappear and it's not really consistent or logical sometimes, we want to look into how to create more consistency and how to create familiarity and how to teach the players just to use their own intuition to really understand how the universe works. There's so many other open world games like, I don't know, Skyrim, for example, where you would, 90% of the work is done for the designer already, just by the fact that people understand the aspects of how things work.
If you want a forest or if you want wood, you go to the trees where in the forest. If you want water, you go to the river. Like if you want magma, you go to the lava. Right.
I usually joke my son at the time, being 4-year-old playing Minecraft, he already understood this in Minecraft because when he created a new character, a new world, and he logged in the desert, he knew that he couldn't get trees in the desert.
Correct.
You know what he did?
What?
He logged off, deleted the world, and made a new one. He didn't have the tools to move around and stuff, so he didn't know. But that was his solution. Just like, I can't get trees, I'm gone.
That's your strategy, right?
Yes.
There are times I've had to fix all of our servers because you delete our universe all the time.
That's right.
It's ridiculous, basically.
Same thing. That's where I learned it.
Very good. So you were trying to, like I said, create, we have the trees, you're trying to create the forest.
Yes, or create rule sets that people can start to learn intuitively. And space is huge, and I'm lucky to have him with me to explain half of this stuff.
But it is intuitive as well. Like no one.
There are rules.
There are rules, but like when we look at them, we don't really see them.
For sure.
So,
okay.
So how can we start trying to do that? Landscapes, as we call them internally, is the first step in that direction.
Oh, you went too far.
I went too far. And
that's about it.
That's about it.
No, we did it.
Maybe you didn't go too far.
I did
Maybe I'm supposed to take over at this point.
You can tell us about the simulation.
Yes. So just oh no, there's supposed to be text behind us, but it's fine for now.
Oh God.
I think I remember what it says there. Anyway, so like CCP Jötun was telling us, we simulated the universe of the frontier. The 24,000 systems you can see on your star map are the result of the simulation that is playing there on the screen. It's an end-body simulation which took 3 differently sized and oriented galaxies and smashed them together. And then at some point we press pause and say, this is our universe. This is where our solar systems are positioned. What we then did is for each dot in that simulation, we say this is a solar system. It has a star, which has some mass and some temperature and so on. From that, we can procedurally generate numbers of planets and moons and locations and orbits and all of that. We're probably pausing around this point. I'm not going to pause because I have more things to say. And then we get sort of the contents of the solar system in terms of stars, planets, moons, maybe some stations you guys can dock in and get stuff in, maybe some stargates to jump around. But that was it. We were at that point when we pushed that. I think it was the first time we did it like a year ago
I
or
was
so.
gonna say about a year ago.
Yeah. At that point, we were like, okay, the universe is done in big air quotes, in the sense that like we're not going to put more stuff into the simulation. Cue us actually now wanting to put more stuff into the simulation. So then we kind of have to ask, like we've all kind of been saying in the first few minutes here, is we need a sort of intuition for where you would find content within a solar system. And then we obviously have to ask, what is the content within our solar systems? And the first thing we think about is asteroids.
Yeah.
So, picture on the right is around a few thousand asteroids from our own solar systems, along with the planets in our solar system, drawn on a logarithmic scale for all asteroids above, I think, like 1 kilometer radius or something like,
Sure.
or like span or something. And you can basically see patterns, right? You can see that, okay, so between Mars, the red dot on the horizontal axis to the right, and Jupiter, the white dot just above it, you see there's a really thick band of stuff
Sure.
known as the asteroid belt.
Yep.
The main asteroid belt in our own solar system. Then you can see on the outer edge of the solar system, you have these like teal, turquoise, light blue things, which are on outside the orbit of Neptune.
Yep.
Kuiper belt.
Yep.
That's another asteroid belt that is in our solar system. And then you see we get these like two eyebrow-looking things in the orbit of Jupiter, red and pink, which are known as Trojans.
Sure.
Or Trojan asteroids, because they're, they're stuck following or being chased by Jupiter. So you see, we get these kind of rules. Okay, I'm ignoring a lot of other points. There's obviously also points around Earth's orbits. There's points around Venus, Mercury, other planets.
I can't see Uranus.
And there are
it's over
clear.
It's on that screen. Neptune's down there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
it is actually. It's
yeah.
behind.
Yeah.
It's literally.
It's hiding behind us.
See, you're directly in front of Uranus.
You are actually in line almost perfectly with Uranus, which makes a lot of sense. We are not doing him any
Wait,
favors, are we?
let me just catch my breath.
Yep, you're good. You're all right. Shout out to Mrs. Softspokens said need a sub to the CCB OnlyFans account
Yes.
for that. Fair
Okay.
enough. Real.
So-
real.
Back on track.
Yes.
So there is a clear pattern here.
Yeah.
Between two planets, one of which is a gas giant, Jupiter, we get a bunch of asteroids.
Sure.
Okay. Outside of the outermost planet, we get asteroids. In some points, which all of the players should know quite well by now, the Lagrange's fourth and fifth points of the largest planet in the solar systems, we also get a bunch of asteroids. Okay, that sounds like rules, right? So for all of our 24,000 solar systems, can you do that? Can you ask, okay, do you have a gap, like a big gap between two planets, and is one of them maybe a gas giant? Okay, maybe there should be a high chance there's an asteroid belt there. Okay, that heavy planet should also probably get some Trojan asteroids in its L4 and L5 points, and so on and so forth.
Sure.
The problem is, I think our solar system is the only solar system we have ever seen to have asteroids.
Really?
They're very small, so how are you going to see them?
Yeah, that's fair. That makes
At,
sense.
the closest solar systems are what, like 7 light years away?
Yeah.
I don't think we can see whether there are asteroids there. Maybe ours is completely unique.
We're making assumptions.
Yes, I'm not even going to say a big one.
Yeah.
We would expect that there are asteroids in all solar systems, and these rules also sound kind of, I'm not going to say boring in a gameplay way, but you see, like, okay, you have an asteroid belt and Trojans right next to each other.
Sure.
So, like, okay, most of the stuff is in the same spot in the solar system. So the question is, like, okay, should we maybe blur it a bit? Should there be asteroids at the Lagrange points of all planets? And should it scale with the size of the planet? Yeah, probably. Should it also scale with proximity to an asteroid belt? Yeah, probably as well. But, like, in our solar system, there are a couple of asteroids in the Lagrange fourth and fifth point for the Earth, but it is literally 1 and 2 for each.
Sure.
So for our simulation, that's like we want to smooth out that distribution a bit, get a bit more, and stuff like that. So that's essentially where we landed at. We can do this simulation for all of our solar systems, and yeah, that's I think you're taking over again.
Yeah. But but in terms of this, like we don't know how things look outside of our own solar system. So
Wait, it's not time for you yet.
so
Your big moment.
just the fact that how these Trojans are made are by the nature of how the L4 and 5 points work. The fact that they are close to an asteroid belt, and through how they function, things get stuck in there for a long time.
And like most of the asteroids in the Trojans are actually asteroids that used to be on the asteroid belt, but were like perturbed.
I see.
Go out of the asteroid belt and were then caught by Jupiter. So there is a lot of movement between these places. Comets, for example, are asteroids that used to be in the Kuiper belt or the Oort cloud, which is even further away.
They were just knocked out.
Were just knocked out due to some gravity, resonances or stuff like that. So yeah.
But the base nature of these points is that stuff gets stuck in there.
Yes.
So we can play around with that fact in the rest of the universe.
Because it's not just, I mean, and this is kind of obvious, right? But it's not just, rocks that we're talking about in Frontier. Like, obviously, in our own solar system, it's only going to be rocks because that's the only things that. Well, at least. Okay. But you're seeing an abundance of rocks, whereas in Frontier there are man-made structures that exist in space that are, in a lot of cases, bigger than rocks and are not themselves rocks in many such cases, right? So you have things that need to take up this space that would probably find themselves in these spaces that are not just pieces of rock from somewhere else, right? Am I making this up?
I think you're making it up. I have no idea.
Okay, carry on.
Yes, you see, Jotunn, you're
All yours.
exactly correct.
There you go.
So what are these landscapes? Basically, they are persistent simulation-based areas in space where players interact with the natural universe and the history of the frontier. So that is going to be like core of what we're going to be making, because from now on these sites are going to be permanent. The terrain in them is going to be permanent.
Is this your interactable?
No.
Okay, we'll get to that one. So just to take one step back here, because I think this is something that people need to kind of understand. So when you're talking about being permanent, what you're saying is there are going to be locations in space where the bulk of the material in those locations is going to be the same. You go there, you log in one day, and you warp to the same spot, and it's there. Then you can come back the next day, and that's also there.
Yep.
Obviously, this lends us of the next question that people are going to ask is,
well, the camera's in front of the text, but you're not missing much. You're missing the letter E from space and the word frontier.
Yeah, or actually half the letter E of the, and then frontier.
Yeah, you're not missing.
So you're not missing a lot. Take my word for it.
Yeah, I did not anticipate.
It's not your fault. It's a we'll fix it in post. No big deal. But that is the point. The next question then is going to be, if you're doing this, obviously dynamic sites, lend themselves to a little bit of unpredictability, right? You never know when you jump into a system what all is going to be in that system when you jump in. How do you then reintroduce that sort of like intrigue of like, oh, what can I actually find in this place, instead of just like, oh, I warped to this place, it's going to have the same stuff every single day.
Mm-hmm. I think you can, to use the sort of other RPG analogy again.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing something like Pax Day or Skyrim or whatever, you need wood, you head to the forest, you chop down a tree in the forest, and that tree is gone, but you can be sure that, like, because
there
of
won't be a tree there
gameplay things, there'll be a tree
tomorrow.
there tomorrow.
Yeah.
The tree will regrow.
But it's not the same tree.
Might not
Maybe.
it might be the same tree. Maybe a different tree, maybe smaller, maybe bigger, maybe a different type of wood.
Maybe goblins have taken over the
Exactly.
created a lumberyard for you to,
But the forest itself is unchanged.
Yeah.
Generally.
unless the goblins cut it down, right?
Correct.
Are we having space goblins?
We're gonna get some space goblins.
CCP Maximum Cat.
CCP Maximum
Please,
Cat.
can we have space goblins?
I heard CCP Yikes specifically wanted space goblins.
That guy's so demanding.
He's got a lot of demands. Anyway, take it away. Sorry.
No, but just the purpose of all of this is to start creating familiarity and continuity between sessions and the ability to orient yourself in a stellar system and being able to understand what the geography of a stellar system is when you get in there. Do they have an outer asteroid belt, an inner asteroid belt? And start building up that intuition towards where I can find different resources, where I can find different content. And also getting that exploration and expedition feeling back in that I feel like we're missing, where you have to understand what you might be facing in the different types of space areas or landscapes that you'll be going into.
Sure. Hey, there we go. Look at that.
There we go.
Beautiful. Thank you. Nope. No. Oh God. Things. It's taking a turn.
That's nice.
This is not ideal. Oh, and we're going back. There we go. Perfect.
I need to click the thing again.
Thank you, CCP Overload.
You need to.
Welcome.
He says, fuck you, chat. It's very rude, man. All right, carry on.
So yeah, essentially, new way to create and distribute content. The sites are persistent. They'll be there tomorrow. The terrain you see in them and navigate around, they will stay the same, but the content will change dynamically. The stuff you might find in there, events, threats, dynamic NPC patrols, stuff might be happening while you're away, and things might appear there that you didn't expect. And then we're even looking into full transformations in the future, where the footprint that you leave as a player or the effects the system leaves might completely reshape a terrain based on its systemic nature.
So a couple of interesting questions in chat maybe worth addressing. One of them was Wesley Bates asking if landscapes are just in some systems or if they're going to be in all systems.
So
in the future,
in the future, it's going to be all systems, different landscapes, different systems, or
Sure.
different system, different landscapes. For now, we will tell you in the end more clearly, but there will be a single type of landscape.
Yeah.
Which will be in some systems,
Sure.
especially at the start.
I mean, and this is like the other question too, right? There's a lot of variability with this as well. How these are generated, how they're put out into the universe is all very dependent on a lot of different things, obviously.
Yes.
But it's no one landscape will be, at least in the future, no one landscape will be like another landscape. They will all have their own little like individual quirks, individual variabilities.
Yep.
Another really good question from Damon Cell, who wants to know about lag and about taxing on GPUs. We have had some issues with this fairly recently.
Probably best to just get someone who can answer that so we can avoid answering it.
True. I will tell you right now, and I'll just give you a heads up, Damon, because I am. You're going to see this here in a few minutes because we have the game loaded on a test build here, right here. You're going to see this in just a few minutes. I am in a landscape, and while the other day I was having some frame issues, today I am not.
Yep. This system hasn't really been optimized yet.
Yep.
Like optimization comes later
Mhm.
when you're building systems like this. It's too much time to sit there and not try and optimize something at this stage, because then when you refine it and expand upon it and keep building it, all the optimization work essentially is undone.
Yeah.
So you pretty much you need to keep it in mind when you're building it. Like you make some decisions early on that will affect it, of course. And we might even like refactor it a couple of times as we go through to make it better. But yeah, we are aware of it, and we'll keep working on it.
And the game engine kind of limits us as well. We ran into an issue earlier today, actually, where the server basically didn't allow us to send the information about a landscape
Very
over
cool
to the
server.
client.
Yeah, thank you.
Which meant that we had this bug where, like, okay, there should be a landscape here on the client, but it's not, and there's no trace of it. And then we look at the error logs, and it's like, nah, just the server just said, I'm not allowed to send this over the wire to the client.
Server's like,
So,
legally I don't have to do this.
Yes.
So,
Literally, the computer said no.
yeah,
Yes.
it's very
So-
funny.
We will fix it, by the way.
yeah, we'll get to that.
Hell yeah.
definitely. But it's just about this going forward. We're gonna increase permanence, increase persistence in the game, start creating meaning, and allow people to really shape their own universe around them. And
Yeah.
I want people to be able to come back to a system that they started in, maybe, and I want them to remember how it looked like. It shouldn't be every system looks the same. I'm not sure where I am or what has changed. I should like really get to know each system. But how do we take it into the game?
Yeah, and then, like I told you earlier, like we do this simulation. We take for every single solar system, like you see on the left there. This is like a toy model thing that I do where I load the single solar system on my machine. I draw it in not our client, just in some other software, and then simulated the landscape. It just asks, like, what would the landscapes look like? And you can, like, kind of see that just a random solar system from our game, sort of with a prototype of the algorithm, because this picture is like 2 or 3 months old at
Yeah, I
this
was going
point.
to say.
This is like one of the first ones. It still looks like similar, right? You see, okay, there's a yellow planet and it has L4 and L5 Trojan clouds. We then have like a star in the center and an asteroid belt, which looks to be on the inner part of the solar system,
Sure.
and then a larger one on the outer part. But the outer one is less dense.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, this actually kind of works. So then I did it, and I spawned a bunch of sites in this landscape. And what you see on the right there is actually what happened, which is just like a bunch of brackets.
So that is the next question, right?
Yeah.
Where like you look at this and you're like, okay, it's cool that we were able to do this. It's interesting, but
Obviously, it doesn't work.
it is a cacophony of information. It is
Yeah.
way too much to look at.
There are a lot of aspects to it. It's introducing permanence. It is
Sure.
ripping apart how we make content
Mm-hmm.
and doing something we've never done before. Like we're talking sites that are, we got them up to like 600 kilometers across, but we're aiming for 3,000. We're talking way bigger than
Yeah.
we've ever seen before in Frontier. So technically, we've just been focusing on how do we pull this off? How do we create more content? How do we distribute it better? How do we create differences between those sites so they don't all look the same?
Yeah.
Because right now in the game, all you have to do is learn a name of a site, and you know what to expect.
Sure.
There isn't really going to be a lot of changes when
Like
you.
your
when
first cluster
the
is
site next
always the same.
Yeah.
You warp in on the same point.
Right.
Everything is oriented the same.
And that's been one of the biggest criticisms, obviously, of the way sites work, and not just our game, but obviously EVE Online as well, where like it is very easy if you are somebody who just wants to camp, you just warp in and then you sit where you warp in, because you can guarantee that the other guys can warp into the exact same spot that you did. So what you've changed now is that you're not just entering the forest from the front gate of the front tree, right?
That's how I always do it.
You just go in from the front tree,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they call the front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no, we removed the gate.
they moved the gate,
Yeah,
so now you can just come in from any
From any
direction.
And
side.
yeah.
There you go.
New
Okay.
sense. You're gonna be coming straight in from the direction you started.
Cool. So it really is not a site. It is an area.
It's an area.
But got
The,
him.
the thing is,
I
I have a pet peeve regarding using area like that.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the first comments that I got on my master's thesis.
Oh, was
And I
it?
was writing, I wrote like,
That's the thing.
a black hole is an area of
Oh,
space time.
Yes.
Oh, this is the thing. Okay, cool. So you have yeah. Okay.
I wrote, first thing I wrote, a black hole is an area of space time. My supervisor goes like, no. An area is a two-dimensional object. That's the thing. So you either say volume or use a more ambiguous word that doesn't indicate dimension.
Like what? Like a
Region?
region?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's the first comment I got on my master's thesis. So every time I hear people talk about area,
You're like
when it could be 3D, I'm like, no, that's not correct.
a plane. Yes, it's a plane of space time.
Yeah.
Go
Go
on.
on.
One part of this whole thing
Ooh,
is
look at
gonna
that.
Ooh.
be, areas of space to become more recognizable. So you'll understand when you get into a system. Should I rip something?
No, I don't think so.
Like what is there? Like that's an inner asteroid belt, an outer
Yeah.
asteroid belt, and once you've played around with it, you'll start understanding what type of resources and content and stuff you have to face when going to these different landscapes. We haven't gotten there yet. Effectively, what we have in the game is our first technical prototype, basically.
Sure.
We just want to see how and when we would break the client or the server.
Gotcha.
And that's where we got 2 weeks
Or the
ago.
experience.
Yeah,
Or the game,
of course.
Like-
in its entirety.
It feels a lot better, obviously, not just because it is prettier. It certainly is prettier, but it also, like, you can tell, like, this is, you know, you're looking not just at like individual brackets on a screen and trying to decipher what they mean. Now you're seeing this is an area of space, a region of space,
Volume.
sorry, a volume of space, right? Where you like you could say like, yeah, okay, I understand generally that in the outer asteroid belt you're more likely to find this sort of thing.
And
then
it's
the
blue, right?
Yeah, and it's blue.
Yeah.
It's
But, okay,
Just to be
before
clear,
we
this
get
UI is a mock-up.
yeah,
Yes,
this is
Just to be
this is
clear, there's no
me
scanning
doing
coming.
it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
a UI
yeah.
designer, and
This was done in
This-
paint.
there you go.
it's done in paint by me, and I don't have the authority to make this stuff. But it's being looked at by
Sure.
our UI designers, and when we get to it, it's gonna be way better.
User Joe's Iron makes a great point. If the landscapes are that big, we either need to be able to warp inside landscapes or have way faster afterburners.
That would be cool.
That would sure be cool, wouldn't it? I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Anyway, finish your presentation.
No, I'll try to get through it fast.
You're
What
fine.
are we looking at in the future? Different landscapes with different resources. structures shouldn't disappear anymore. That was my biggest pet peeve, is that I saw a massive structure in space.
Yeah.
And when I came back the day after, it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like it. So the structures will stay there, but the content will change around them. There might be NPCs here one day. It might be dormant. It might be active. They might be using it for something.
Cool.
But then we're looking into other space anomalies and whatever else we can come up with, it might be construed as a landscape.
Wormholes. Look at
Wormholes,
Yeah,
Wormholes.
it
Maybe.
does say
rogue
wormholes.
black
that.
holes.
Let's say
But
wormholes.
it's also just the history of the fall, because that's a whole other aspect that we're going to be exploring.
Yeah.
What is
What
who were here
happens?
before? What did they do? What was the purpose of their operation in this system?
Yeah.
And what are the drones up to here now? All that stuff.
I mean, you see a lot of, you have a lot of the, what do you call it? Like the evidence that obviously things were happened. We see things like, ruined bombardment cannon as a space, a place that you can go to, but there's no explanation given for what it is. And there really, at least currently, there's not a whole lot of way for you to like sleuth out what might have happened here. You can be pretty sure some bombardment happened, and at some point it stopped happening on account of the ruin, right? So,
Probably.
but beyond that, you're not given a whole lot of. So this gives us a lot of flexibility to add those things into that ecosystem.
And the wormholes, you never know what it could be. It could be like from Dune, where it's actually a space worm.
True.
It's
an actual worm.
Yeah, you go inside. And you're like, it's Star Wars. They go inside the asteroid. They're
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah.
look, yeah, it's a worm. Oh wait,
There is a wormhole.
there's a
Yeah,
worm.
That's
We're-
what we meant. By the
There
way.
you go.
We
Got
weren't
it.
actually talking about physics wormholes.
You're just talking about worms.
Star
Holes for
Worms.
worms.
Holes for
Holes for
worms.
worms.
Got it. Wonderful. Just making sure. All right.
So yeah, what you might experience in them, because even though the terrain is static, there might be dynamic events that happen in them. Wrecks appearing, drone hive ships coming in and taking over your favorite
Sure.
mining spot, and you
Yeah.
have to deal with them. Feral incursions, anything that we can come up with, really.
Chad, he said the thing. He said the thing. You all been asking about it. He said the thing. Feral incursions. Sorry,
no.
go ahead.
I'll put it on my top of my list.
There you go.
It's also not rogue black holes. It's rouge black
Rouge
holes.
black holes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
They're slightly
Uh,
red.
So right now in the game, what are you gonna see? Sites called inner belt something.
Yes.
We have. I don't know. Let's not say the number, but there's some
There are a couple of them.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
plus.
one plus.
One plus, of
maybe
course.
two. It's gonna be resource sites, production, ecosystems, which is a design thing we're going into, and some ruins. So you might find them different places.
Okay.
Inside them, there are gonna be different points of interest that you're gonna see in the tactical camera and in the main view.
Okay.
When you get there, they're gonna disappear, and you're gonna find some mixed content around the sites.
Okay.
To travel, because snowboarding around the site that is huge.
Yeah,
is
man. If only we had a
shitty.
faster afterburner,
Yeah. So I made one.
huh?
But you can do that.
You can do it.
That's
He is a senior game
It's
designer.
actually very simple, guys.
Yeah, just do
make
it.
a thing.
Easy.
No, but especially with WASD controls coming in, we are looking into travel, and we want to increase the ways that you can, effectively travel on grid. Right now, it's like an afterburner or snowboarding,
Mm-hmm.
but we want to start looking into expanding that. And this is just a prototype I made because traveling around the landscapes kind of sucked without it.
Yeah.
But we want to give it to the players and let them have fun with it. It's effectively just it's called the Leap. You can build it in the portable printer. It gives you a significant speed increase while making the ship unable to turn while using it.
Mhm.
So if you ever get
It's like
to
turning on your JTO rocket, as I've been
Yeah.
describing it.
yeah, so if you
you
ever
just
get to
gotta
collision
strap
damage,
in,
it's gonna
hold
be
on, hit the button, and see where God
Yep.
takes you.
Yeah, it is so much fun. Honestly, just
Yeah.
like playing with it on all the prototypes, it is so much fun.
Shout out to the very
Super fun.
complex recipe that you put in for this this one here at Concron.
Yeah. It was more complex. It needed
Yeah.
two. I don't know.
Oh,
what
I
happened.
see. I see. Okay.
It's
they-
just one now.
But they spotted it immediately, flying directly into a rock.
Yep. Yep.
That's,
Yep.
that's how you crack open the
I don't know when
asteroids.
we
You
get-
send sacrificial ship in.
Collision damage. Like,
Wait,
get that in. and
I
it's
see
gonna be
Wizards
way more
working on it.
fun.
I am sure it's going to be very dependent on speed at some point as well. I can just imagine somebody just full.
My number
Full
one
sending.
desire is that when we enable collision damage, we just don't tell anyone.
One day they're just throwing their ships into other ships for fun. They just start combusting. Jesus.
So yeah, you need to build them. You can't use them on the vent, but most of the other ships.
Yeah.
Skip them for the biggest two ships.
Yeah. The Chumach cannot use
Yep.
it,
And Mol.
and the Maul cannot
Yeah.
use it.
But I ran out of time.
Chumach more like
so you'll
Chungus.
just have to
Yeah.
live with it until later.
Imagine the like energy of a Chumak hitting something at
My
10
God,
kilometers per
Jesus
second.
Christ.
Feel like an atom bomb going off in your face. Just oh,
That's how we mine today.
there's a
Yeah,
new
of
star in that
course.
system over there. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Crazy.
But yeah, the current state is like we were doing a technical test internally.
Yeah.
We were seeing what we could get away with without crashing everything, and it ended up being pretty fun.
Yeah.
And we decided, okay, if we just fucking work our asses up for the next couple of weeks, we can actually get it in some state.
Cool.
So that is what you're gonna see. It is just getting it out early so you guys can play with it, tell us what you think, and just be a part of the fun, because it is fun. I
Yeah.
think it's super fun, and we're gonna take it further and we're gonna expand on it.
Yeah,
as
I
much
mean,
as we can.
and you make a good point here too. There are obviously this is still huge work. Are you finished with this, by the way?
Yeah.
Cool. Obviously, a lot of work in progress stuff going on here. There will be performance issues. There are, I think, currently issues with occlusion as well. Not just occlusion, collision in general. I think a lot of the rocks.
They're like cousins.
Yeah, they're very similar. they go hand in hand. But a lot of the rocks
Is that
are
an anagram?
just kind of rocks. They're rocks and ideas. It's the idea of a rock, right? And you can just kind of pass through it freely. But that won't obviously be the case forever. And the team is working on kind of patching these things up.
Yeah, it's also I was just putting in everything I could to see how it felt, and a lot of it was old assets that weren't kosher.
Cool. Love that for us.
Our team is not super happy about me there.
Yeah.
But the intention was just to see what we can get away with. Like, what can we make? How can we make sites feel more just exciting, mysterious, and powerful?
I mean, this feels like a real ask forgiveness, seek permission kind of thing.
Yeah, and like
And it's
we're
worked out.
I mean, so speaking of that, Morales WS saying we need cryogenic ejector M for Maul and Chumak. That's right. As the lead designer of all
Yeah,
the
the
modules, I
cryogenic
agree.
ejector.
We should have more of them.
Oh my God.
but there's also like things where like places where stuff could go wrong.
Yeah.
You know, when we're creating these sites or areas or regions, volumes, hot dogs, as I sometimes call them,
Sure.
we have to place the sites, the old sites, right? And
Right.
they are shaped very strangely, and there is math going on behind the scenes when they're being placed.
The cookie cutter.
No, not yet, but it's a spherical decomposition of all of
Oh,
our
I
sites.
see. Interesting.
And then it tries to jam them all in as small a volume as possible while not overlapping.
I wish we had
So-
at some point we're gonna have to show them the image that you showed me just the other day.
The bubbles.
The bubbles.
Yes, the balloon animal.
Yes.
We basically, I mean, we could describe it. It's like a balloon animal version of all of our sites.
Yeah.
And then you try to jam all the
Jam all the assets together.
all like jam them together to
Yeah.
make them take up the least amount of space.
Mhm.
And you get some fun stuff. But
Hell yeah.
you also get stuff that might look strange. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, while we're
And this
here,
is it's a
Yeah,
it's a
just
vibe
show 'em.
test. Just there's gonna be
Let's see it.
Let's see
all right,
it.
let's
Yeah.
go ahead and
Have fun
pull
with
it up. We are going to go to this screen here.
Okay, good.
Uh,
I thought I might have accidentally moved that one as well when I changed the
No,
screen,
you
but
did
we're
it.
good.
You did it correctly.
I moved something called
Actually,
grid.
I don't know why
Can
this
I-
is working.
Can I answer Twisted?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please answer.
Yes, we will get a new universe on Wednesday.
It's not
But
that much
it's
different.
not. It's not a new map.
Yeah.
The contents of each solar system have been, I'm not going to say even shuffled, but they've been moved around, and they're hopefully,
Picked up the universe, give it a shake.
Yes.
Give it a good shake. Yeah,
back down
absolutely.
again.
and some planets might have jumped between systems, and their orbits are hopefully better. The spectral classes of stars are actually correct now. There was a player who spotted that.
That always
It
bugged
is,
me.
it is insane that someone noticed that spectral classes of our stars were incorrect.
Yeah.
And I go to my simulation code and I'm like, yes, he is absolutely correct. I will have to fix it. It's amazing.
So let me turn my mic here a little bit. So we're inside right now of a landscape, and just for the sake of ease of conversation, you can see it here on the map. It'll be Interstone Cluster. I think there's another one.
To the left.
Is it this one here? Yep, Interstone Derelict Ruins. So
And these are going to be in some systems and purely additive. You're going to see all the old content still.
Yep.
So we
Right.
haven't started replacing anything.
Right.
We're just getting it in for the vibes.
So we're just checking this one for now. And you can see, I mean, aside from some, some rocks around you here right now, there are also these points of interest that are not described. They're not detailed about what they are. You won't know what they are until you get close to them. So, for example, if we wanted to get towards this one, we'll just go ahead and approach this guy, which we can now do because it's a static object. we can bring this one around.
CCP Jordan's not skilled enough to do it manually. You see,
Now
he
listen.
needs additional help.
I do not need additional help. And we're gonna hit our afterburner. And we're going to go real fast. Look at this. Wow, we're zooming now. But it's 225 kilometers away, and I'm only going 3K a second. That's not very fast at all. I'm really kind of beating around the bush here. We're gonna hit our leap, and we are going to full send
Let's
to
go.
over here. Goodbye, rocks. We had a good run. We're gonna go check out what's over here. Now you can see as we get closer, like this asteroid over here that is very phallic, by the way. Don't know if that was intentional. Comes into view, and then down here we have more. Oh, I should probably stop. I should probably stop. There we go. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop.
Oh, I don't
We're
know
gonna
if you're
stop. We're
in
gonna
time.
stop. We're gonna stop. Hey, we stopped. Okay, we're good. So now, down around here, I mean, there are like things that we could not see earlier. So it is worthwhile to explore the. I should probably speed up a little bit to explore the entire grid, and you can see like still up there, way over that way. And this is still, honestly, I think this is kind of a smaller.
It's not one of the huge ones.
It's not one of the big ones.
Yep.
So you have obviously these asteroids that are around here that you can approach. There will be, and this one is just rocks because this is I think specifically this is just like a stone cluster. But if we were to go to the derelict ruins, for example, sorry about that by the way, I just did it again. We're gonna go over there and check it out real fast.
I saw you've been here before. There was a frigate wreck there.
That was not me. I don't know who put that one there, but it certainly was not me. Is the tunnel more purple than it usually is? It feels very purple. There we go. Yeah.
Can you, before you start moving, can you look behind you, directly behind your ship?
Yes.
There's nothing behind you.
Correct.
Because hopefully the algorithm that calculates how you warp in stops before you
Stopped.
go through anything.
Correct.
Hopefully.
If we were to pull out, really far here, and say, this there are other things here that we just can't see right now because they're not showing out. But if we were to say, okay, this is just this edge of the site. In fact, if we go back to the map here real fast, what we should be able to see, because we came from this side, we should be on this side of the landscape of the area, right?
So if you were coming from, say, the Lagrange point on the left,
Yeah,
you would
you'd be coming
enter
in
from
from
a
the
different
left
angle.
side.
Yep.
You're coming from here, you'd be on this side, so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just means that you can't. You certainly cannot camp it, and if you feel like you're being camped, just move to a different position and enter from a different side.
Also,
Right.
there's 24,000 solar systems. Maybe just go to another one.
Yeah, go to a different one.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and boat over here real fast. I'm not in. I can't. You can see me here trying to move the ship around. I cannot adjust my course at all while I'm doing this. I probably should stop again.
Yeah.
Probably stop again. There we go.
This is still an early build. Like, we'll make sure that we will work on optimization in the future, but just because this is running on a test server and on a laptop.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say.
it's not
This is-
not seeing it in its best light, and it's still performing pretty well performance wise. Like, considering the amount of stuff that's on grid, it's a lot.
I miss my joystick.
Yeah, we really wanted to see how much we can push into the site before things really got bad.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And it
I'm
is
a pro
actually
gamer, dude.
surprising how well it was running.
Look at this.
yeah.
Elite gaming here. So yeah, I mean this is there's a rat right there just chilling out, hanging on.
There's nothing wrong with using a laptop, Wesley. It's just not as powerful as a desktop.
Yeah, this one is especially not. As
And that one's
powerful
kind of
as
an
you-
old one.
Yeah, this is just the stream the studio laptop too. It's not anything special.
Yeah, I think it's
But
like
I mean-
2060 in it or something. Like that.
Yeah, this is what I like about this is that there are so many things that are just not. Hello there, sir. How are you? Just gonna kind of give
Is
you.
this the Vision trailer?
Yeah, I know, right? It does kind of have that vibe now. Especially, I mean, if you were to, oh, look at this. Oh.
Yeah, there was one when
dark,
me, CC Paragon, and CC Wilson were doing a sort of manual control stream. The three of us were flying kind of in formation.
Mhm.
That looked very Vision trailer-esque,
Yeah.
and it was very cool.
And there's one thing, even so, if you're flying around and you see an inner path derelict quarry, if you see it again, it's not gonna look the same.
Yep.
Sure.
We don't have huge variety in, but it's still gonna look different.
Yeah.
The balloon animal algorithm
Yes.
will guarantee variety.
One of my
the
favorite
happy
things.
inflatable one man algorithm.
Clip it, clip it.
One of my favorite things about this is seeing, like, obviously all these areas kind of collect things and they collect dust and they collect rocks, and seeing big things coming out through the dust is, I feel like, really, really, like, from a vibes point of view, the just incredible vibes. Like, you know, you look back behind you and all that stuff that you were just at has kind of disappeared into the mist, which I think is super, super cool.
Yeah, CC Wizard told me that space clouds are 100% factually accurate.
Very real, very accurate.
So there's like fog in there.
Yeah,
like,
It does this
the
frequently.
International Space Station actually has windscreen wipers now.
It does to knock the dust off.
Yeah.
And like they're also just we're playing around. We have a few different types of these areas, and we're playing around with the post-process effect to get the clouds and how much and how little do we want to go for
Mm-hmm.
to create this feeling of exploration and mystery. So there's a lot of testing going on right now, and all feedback is going to be really helpful. Just
So,
whatever it is.
just and again, just to to reiterate, if we were today to I don't know what's going on with this guy. I like these sites too because the collision on these are quite a bit better than some of the other sites we've had in the past, which still need a collision pass on them. But what I like about these is that, because you're right, if for example we were to take the server down right now, when we load the server back up, right, we do a fresh regeneration of all the assets in space. This site would exist exactly as it is right now.
If you would log out right now
Yes.
and log back in, even after downtime, everything,
Yep.
everything would look the same.
Yes.
Well,
there might be
the
some new
dynamic
content. Yeah.
might-
The content might change.
Yeah,
But these structures
Yes,
around me, all
they're
this
in the
stuff
same
is
spot,
very all
same
the same spot.
rotation, everything.
Yeah, which I think is super, super neat. Yeah, and hey, Yaniglauer, the attitude thrusters animations are really nice. You're right.
Yep.
Shout out to the
I see Lacale talking about the WSD. That would be input broadcasting. Don't do that.
which part?
He's like talking about building an app to sit over the client
Oh,
to help control the flying.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's against the EULA.
Yeah, we. I mean, and the team working on cameras and controls have talked in.
We'll get there. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to the point where there will be utilities in game that will allow you to supplement and augment the control of your vessel.
Yes.
But we're not there yet. Anything until that point is.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is pretty good. It's just oh yeah, we're really cooking with gas in this one here, boys.
Now turn on your leap and just go straight through the middle of it. See if you
Alright.
can aim down there and fit through there without bonking it.
Down over here.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
hang
I've been
on.
having fun trying to aim the leap because
Me.
I kind
that's
of
like
turned,
go-
I turned the
leap.
And go.
Is he
Yeah,
gonna do it?
I
Do
think
it.
I got it.
Go.
I for sure got it. I
Oh.
for sure got it. Nailed it. I'm a
Yeah.
professional.
Nice.
Gentlemen, I'm a pro.
And pan back.
Oh yeah.
Goodbye, side.
There we go.
That's a cool shot with a.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Goodbye, world.
Goodbye, everybody. We're just off to
Go to the other system.
the other system. Which other system?
Take off the thing. If you
All right,
can
hang
do
on.
it.
Let me go back to this shot here real fast. So I can do some. I have to find a wormhole real
So,
quick.
Yinglau says goons are going to use the leap to ram everything to get damaging collisions. Good luck.
Yeah, it is way harder than it sounds.
Luck. Because remember, when you turn it on, first of all, you go fast. But
Which
second
one
of all,
was it?
you are locked in the direction that you were going. If you could do it,
the
I think
third
it's
one.
awesome.
Throw one on the bottom.
Also, remember, if you hit something,
No,
the other thing is hitting you as well. So you better be
I
tough.
think you were just in
Oh,
the third
yeah.
one. I think it's the second one.
You're talking about the 923.
Let me check.
You're fine. The 923. Sorry, the 923 was the one I went to, and there was nothing there.
Yes. So then it's.
The third one was the one I'm just in. Sorry, we're doing some. This is game development here, baby.
Is it? Is that what this is?
It's something like that.
Go to the last one.
The 538.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody, just
we've just been
keep talking.
crunching bugs all morning, so the prep is.
Okay.
And
We're gonna,
apparently, we need to deliver something on Wednesday.
yeah, shocking, right?
Yeah, there's a patch on Wednesday.
Is today code freeze?
Yeah, that was actually
4 hours
3
ago.
hours
A couple hours ago. Okay. Cool. Good for us. All right. Let me bring us back to Earth here. There we go. We're back. All right. So we are in a system. Go ahead and pull the map up here real fast. And we're going to take a look around. We have oh god, there's so many
Yeah.
things
Now
here.
I have to zoom in to
Yeah,
find the
yeah.
landscapes. I wonder why.
Yes, interesting. So we have
Yeah, very
obviously
small
all the old
areas.
ones. All your content is still here, by the way. Just to be very clear, we're not taking anything out. We're just adding some stuff in before we get to the
Yeah.
point
One of
where
my favorite ones is the unremarkable asteroid because people have legitimately complained that they
Hey, this
they're
is nothing-
expecting something cool and it is just an unremarkable asteroid. I don't understand why it's not just more.
Yes.
It
more-
does what it says on the tent.
Uh-huh.
It is unremarkable. What did you expect? Why are you disappointed in this?
my god. All right, so we're gonna head down to this derelict quarry and give this guy an inspection here real fast. As soon as we land, of course, it's a pretty big system. Just gonna land. Just gonna land. Just gonna land.
It's gonna load.
Gonna load. Here we go.
That's a big one.
Just yeah, this is a pretty big one.
Why is it blue like the other one?
It's just not blue, but it's still cool. So check this out. So okay, let's see over here. Look, there's a distant point of reference over there. We're gonna go check that bad boy out. So we're going to go align to it using our WASD controls and not the approach button. I will not be mocked. We're going to head over this way and see what's down there because I don't know what's down there right now. We're gonna line this up and we're just gonna punch it. Let's go.
I like how when you punch as well, if you're like at an angle, it's just like, well, I'm
Yeah.
at this
Yeah,
angle.
good
there.
luck.
Too bad.
What's really cool is if you come out, if like when you kill the leap, if you then go hard over, you'll just slide through
Tokyo
space.
Drift, baby.
Yeah. We had one of the early, I guess it wasn't early, but one of the more recent like WSD builds had it was more slidey, and I really like that one. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know what this area is. I think players will recognize this one because this is a site we've used a lot. So this is what we're seeing here now is we're seeing geometry that is that exists in the universe now showing up not as an independent site but as a part of the larger landscape, as part of the larger area, right? And that's very cool because now there are just a lot of different things you can see in here. I mean, there's not just the same sort of NPCs, the same sort of drops every single time. Now you're seeing it is a totally new function that and how it's implemented here, which I think is super cool. So, plus, I just love driving through this one. This is one of the first, I think, big sites we had.
You
Oh,
biffed it.
Nope, I did not.
Die.
I did not.
Oh,
I did not.
nice.
I'm elite. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, now I biffed it.
see, the Overlord is
What?
not a believer.
Watch this. Oh, we're gonna do a hard cut here. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Slam the handbrake
Slam the
on.
handbrake and then accelerate away. So this is, and again, like this is just
And their leap.
one dot. Here's another spot over here. We're gonna go check out. Let's go.
This module clicker.
Yeah, listen. I'm doing my best here. Okay. Absolutely doing my best. So, and then as we pass by, you can see, here's some other things, some other interesting points of interest down here.
Oh, there's stuff below you.
Stuff below me that
Oh.
I can now see coming out of the smoke. Like this is just a huge area. And honestly, considering how this was performing the other day, this is not too bad. Though I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I want to head towards this one. I may have to adjust my angle. Though. I think.
Oh.
No, it's.
No.
Listen,
Oh.
I'm a gamer, dude. We'll have to adjust up. I'm out of capacitor too. Look, I've just run myself dry. We'll do one more leap up over here to check this guy out, and then we will call it. First, I'm going to let my capacitor dry up or refill rather. So, we've talked a lot about how this is such a big deal. I think the thing that's most interesting about it is that it is a consistent place where people can engage with each other, not just engage with the universe, obviously, but engage with other players. Like you can expect if you and your homies all go there and you have a fight with some of the dudes, your stuff is still going to be there. If you drop cans there in that space, as long as they don't expire, like the stuff is still kind of going to be there after some time, right? So you can imagine these being battlefields or big cooperative mining operations or any number of things.
Imagine if soon you could start to build bases inside landscapes.
That is an interesting idea.
That's
Imagine that.
I really just wanted to be able to hide my refuge
Yes,
behind a rock, and I wanted to be behind the same rock when I came back.
there you go. All right, let's leap
But
over
right
here.
now it's gonna be, it's a technical test. We wanted to see what we would get away with.
Mhm.
But going forward, we're gonna be making more landscapes, more content, more specific content based on the production ecosystems that you're in, and even loot and production around exactly what type of content you're dealing with. So
There
there's a
we
lot
go.
of plans that are gonna be addressed going
Oh,
forward.
Jesus.
Well, there
Boing.
Oh no.
All right, well that did not go well, but we are here.
Yeah.
We have reached the other location.
But yeah, we have a huge backlog of things we wanna like get to as soon as possible to start, bringing these further.
Sure.
And I can't wait.
So this is all going in on Wednesday. You guys will be able to play it basically straight away if you are a founder, because we will be, I think, out of the free play test at that point.
Free trial ends on the 9th.
Mm-hmm. So this is going in on the 10th. You'll see. Now these are not going to be in every system. We already talked about that. They're going to be mostly in starter regions, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Systems which could possibly have inner asteroid belts in the
Mhm.
starter regions
Yes.
will probably have them.
So not every region, but a lot, or not every system, but a lot of systems.
Yeah.
So you can test this out, and please do test it out. We'll go back to this one here real fast. There we go. Please do test it out. I mean, this is like there are going to be a lot of things we're going to be testing come Wednesday. We have new WSD controls stuff going back in that we've now tried to fine tune and adjust a little bit. We've got this stuff going in. We have new base building stuff that's coming in. Shout out to the base building team. A lot of locking not locking, snapping, and grid management there. We have new feral drone AI. That is, we're starting to work into the client, which is very cool. Shout out to CCB Dramaturge, who's been, I know, just at a hot stove over that one for a long time, to really get those out, and a bunch of cool other things, some visual stuff, some audio stuff. I know is still being worked on, and all of this is just setting a foundation for where this is all building block stuff. And once we get the building blocks down, then we can start building up very, very quickly. But nailing these kind of more important, fundamental things are very important. So, any final words before we call this one good, gentlemen?
Yeah, just go build a portable behind a rock and then blow some shit up.
Hell yeah, love that. CCP relativistic. Any last thoughts?
No, that was perfect.
Very good. CCP overload. Any final thoughts?
Is a hot dog technically a type of taco?
He said taco.
No.
Does a taco require a corn? No, because you can have a.
They're both genus 0, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pray on this one. Folks, that's been it for us. We will be back here on Friday